It certainly indicates, wouldn't you think, Christine, that there's probably more than just a stolen vehicle here, that there's probably something else to this story, because this is really desperate to try to get away. And when you're changing lanes at, close to 100 miles an hour on the freeway there in the middle of rush hour, the chances of something catastrophic happening, especially with a truck like that, which is not really known for its maneuverability, is potentially really dangerous. I mean, this guy or gal really flying right now in the 405 South in the Bel Air area, approaching the west side of LA.
We made a phone call to the company. There's been no answer. It is probably after hours, but given that their vehicle is in the middle of a pursuit right now, you have to wonder what they're thinking as they watch this. As we're told, it's a stolen vehicle. You have to wonder if the driver or owner is okay after what happened and how it was stolen. But the way this driver is driving, as you use the word, some desperation there,
yeah,
and risking every other motorist there on the road,
and doing it without cruisers right on his or her tail, right? I mean, they're driving this aggressively. Well, I guess you see him back there. Okay, so we hadn't seen that in our shot yet.
Right.
So there are some cruisers there. So this is not what would be considered tracking mode. This person's just driving so quickly, it's hard for the cruisers to keep up.
It concerns me the way the driver is driving with these speeds. I'm concerned for every other motorist who might be unsuspecting, who might not hear that helicopter overhead,
yeah, or
see those police vehicles behind them. The way this driver is driving, this is ripe for an accident. It's very scary to watch this.
Yes, it is. So now we're in the Brentwood area, Sawtelle. We're actually right by our station here at Fox 11 as we're driving on the 405 freeway. Now moving, as we approach the 10, you would think that we're going to see some more traffic, but right now what we're looking at is fairly open, at least for the moment. The question is, will this person get off the freeway here? Looks like they might be going into this lane, and are they getting off?
Santa Monica.
Santa Monica. So there's a gas station that they're going to be approaching on the right-hand side here, and this is where it backs up near a street called Beloit. This is where there's not much room to go, and this is an intersection that sometimes can get really hairy. And so this person who has basically been able to go wherever he wants, this is not easy. So do they get back onto the freeway here? Do they try to go into this gas station? Do they turn on Santa Monica? Okay, we're going on to Santa Monica. So now we're on side streets. This street is usually very backed up, going against traffic. This is where things could get real dangerous.
We're looking at the traffic pattern there. The traffic that is on the left is where you see a lot of traffic coming from the beach, Santa Monica, at this time of night, going towards the beach, which is the way this driver is going, actually towards Fox 11.
Yeah.
It is much more open at this hour, but still, you have pedestrians right there, a lot of businesses right there, students walking home from school at certain hours in this area. So I'm concerned. Yeah, we know that sushi restaurant very well, but look at the way the driver is driving through the intersection.
Oh, look at that! There's a pedestrian. That's the real danger. Somebody who's out for a walk.
Oh,
we also know in this area, Christine, that we do see some homeless encampments from time to time. People that may be out in the middle of the street, not knowing that they're in the middle of the street, sometimes on drugs, and that is also common in some of these streets. So we're flying down Santa Monica. Dennis Zine joins us on the line right now, former LAPD, former city council member, been a part of a lot of these people. Whoa, okay, here we go. Through an intersection, right there. That's right by Bundy, which is literally half a block from where we're sitting right now. And now we're heading, you wonder if he's going to go towards the 10 freeway. Dennis Zine, this is dangerous stuff.
Extremely dangerous. In a high populated area, a lot of traffic, people trying to get home from work.
Whoa.
Driving in a careless manner. Fortunately, we got an area overhead, ground units. Those ground units are right on his tail. A commercial vehicle, and probably a lot of weight to that vehicle since it's a commercial vehicle, wrong side of road, and driving like an individual who's committed a crime, whether it's a stolen van. I can't think that a person who is employed by that company will be driving in that fashion. I would imagine this is a stolen van trying to get away. That's just speculation.
That's
but now
that's the call. It was stolen van is the it was the call that we know so far. That's the only want we know of. But I thought of you when we first heard that, Dennis, because we've been on with you so many times in these situations. Yeah. And my guess is the way this person is driving, there's more to this story than just stealing the van.
Well, steal the van, get caught, and there we go. So whoever owns the van, they made a police report, and I think this is Santa Monica PD in pursuit. I don't know where the air unit's from. It's probably LAPD joining and assisting. So it's a mutual effort. If he gets on the freeway, which would be terrible because of traffic, the CHP gets involved. But the units are right behind, and he's not going to get anywhere with the traffic. He'll get into more traffic as he continues eastbound through Santa Monica into West Los Angeles. And fortunately, a lot of units overhead, a lot of units on the ground, and the media's covering it. So I don't know how far he plans to get.
Very, very dangerous. Yeah, Dennis, as we look at this here, and the driver isn't going into the wrong lanes there.
Yeah.
Eventually, the driver is going to hit the ocean.
Yep. And then some of those closures involved with the fires as well on PCH, which is backed up and is complicated. So he's heading westbound right now, is now in the city of Santa Monica.
Much more pedestrian traffic as we get closer to the beach, too.
Yeah, and then you think about the area, too. Driving on Santa Monica, you get near 3rd Street Promenade, where people are out and about. You're near a metro stop there. You're near the mall. So the chances of having to deal with pedestrians is higher. So right here, we're moving right towards, this is an area a lot of people know, the 3rd Street Promenade, Santa Monica Place, the mall there, as he's now driving down Arizona Avenue, and we're, about 9 blocks right now from the ocean.
This road feels, if you've never been on it, a little bit more like a side street. A lot of apartment complexes, condos there. Wow. Wow.
Getting really close.
I'm wondering if this driver has any idea of the streets here in the Santa Monica area, why the driver decided to get off the 405 freeway and go into this community here. Not sure. Is this, I thought it was one way for a second. Some of the roads can be one way in that area.
This one is not. Yeah. This is 7th Street that he or she is now on. We'll see if he stays on 7th Street or turns down one of these other streets and moves towards the ocean again.
And Alex, we're hearing that Simi Valley police are on this one. Perhaps it started there. Perhaps the stolen vehicle was from that area. Dennis Zine, as you're watching this driver wind through these streets of Santa Monica, how concerned are you here?
Well, I'm concerned for the citizens. I'm concerned for the people who are going home from work. I'm concerned for the population that has no idea what's happening with this van traveling at this excessive speed through this residential area, commercial residential, going through red lights, mid-phase red. But we've got resources there. We've got ground units. We've got the air unit overhead. I'm sure there's K9 units en route. If he jumps out and takes off, I'm sure that we'll be able to apprehend. But as you see, it's extremely dangerous. It's getting more dangerous as it continues. And the goal is to stop it as quickly as possible.
Dennis, we're seeing pedestrians literally jump out of the way here.
Yeah.
Oftentimes police will back off a pursuit. There you go again, a pedestrian in the way.
Yeah.
Often police will back off a pursuit, but you still see police on this one. What does that tell you here on Ocean Avenue?
Well, it's probably more than just a auto theft, a carjacking or some other type of crime involved. Again, we have agencies that I understand the Simi Valley is involved in this pursuit in addition to the local jurisdiction. That unit is right behind him going towards the ocean area here in Santa Monica. Again, worst time to get involved in a pursuit with the people walking, the vehicular traffic, bicycles, etc. It's a terrible time to get in a pursuit in the heavily populated areas that we see. And he doesn't seem to know where he's going. He's just going in circles trying to evade.
Well,
but with the air unit, his chance of evading with the air unit is slim to none.
We're
stay on it.
We're on Olympic now, so this would be a way to get on the 10 freeway and try to go one of 2 directions here, which would either be going west, where there's almost no place to go because of the closures that we've seen with the fires, or
Oh, wow. So,
there we go.
Oh, boy.
Sideswiped, but the driver continues. You feel for that innocent driver who was just caught up in this. Hopefully they're okay. Will that sideswiping have damaged the vehicle or not? That's what's unclear. But this driver continues to go. Let's hope that other person is okay. Clearly their vehicle probably is not. The advantage of having this heavier vehicle, will they try to let's see.
I don't think they're going to pin it at this
No,
speed.
not on an overpass. I mean, that could be catastrophic.
And it seems to me this driver has missed some opportunities to get onto the freeway.
Maybe here. Yeah, it's really crowded. I mean, usually they would want to be driving slower in like the 35-mile-an-hour range, not the 45-mile-an-hour range, and have a little bit of room where they can move them. And this, I think, is right by the train tracks right here. This is the Expo line, which goes into Santa Monica. And so that's where the driver's going here. There's not a lot of room. If you were to try to pit, they're not going to do a pit onto a metro line. That would be really dangerous.
Yeah, this area gets highly congested with pedestrians, people on bicycles. I ride my bicycle down that street right there. Not too crowded, obviously, at this hour, but not a lot of room to maneuver as well. But like I said, this driver has missed some opportunities to get onto the freeway, making me think they don't know where they are. They don't know this area well. Dennis?
No, they don't. You can tell going in circles, trying to find an escape route. There is no escape route. He's going to be slowing down. Now he's got more traffic. He'll slide through the side, sideswipe a car. Has no concern. And I would imagine it's a stolen vehicle, if nothing else. There may be some other crimes involved in this situation. But he's desperate to get away, and those units are right on the tail along with the air unit overhead. Here we go, almost another crash. So it's desperation is what we see in this particular pursuit, desperation. Now we're stopped. Now he's out. Now we got a foot chase. Did we get disconnected?
They going to stop?
Okay, we got the foot chase going.
Yeah, Dennis, we'll take it from here. So,
alrighty.
Okay, thank you. So we're now watching this foot chase. It's hard to
onto the pier.
Oh, wow. Like oh, man. So we're now on the pier, going for a run onto the pier at rush hour. Look at this. If you think of all the people. Okay, now they're up.
This person really was out of gas by the time police were able to come upon him. The dog was out there, and you had the police vehicles who sped ahead to catch up to him, and really he just ran out of gas, just too tired.
Yeah, I mean, talk about right in the middle of an area that so many tourists from around the world come to visit. And imagine them being out for a stroll in Santa Monica and then watching this pop up out of nowhere.
Well, I'm just glad they caught him, because you could have this person run down there to the bottom of the pier where there's all those restaurants, Ferris wheel,
and kids,
people. Yeah, could have even tried to blend right in.
And so we know of. Okay, did they just pull a gun from him? Is that what's on the ground? Oh, that's a cell phone. They're doing a search to see if he's got any guns or anything on him.
And we know that suspects can hide a weapon in their socks or in their shoes, so they're literally checking everything. But again, Dennis said he thought there might be more to this pursuit, the way they really stayed on him. Very good look at his face right there. If you own that stolen appliance vehicle, are you saying, I know this guy or I don't know this guy?
Yeah, I mean, the bad news with this pursuit is we know of at least 2 vehicles that were hit, right? There was one person that was sideswiped. It looked like there was a driver maybe of a Tesla who he hit into the back of that person, rear-ended. Sometimes the injuries you can get from that are really bad for your spine and your neck and all the rest of that, too.
I don't think they were going at an overly crazy amount of speed right there, because traffic was already backed up. And that's what happens in that point, that intersection there is just backed up, is congested any time of the day. This is rush hour,
so
not a lot of
That's a
cars.
Look at that there. So that's where the car was.
Yep.
It looks like it is indeed a Tesla there that got hit into, or maybe, no, maybe it looks like 2 cars were hit into, probably a domino effect. First hit into that black car, which hit into the Tesla. It all happened very fast for us, just trying to see what was happening there.
But again, not at a crazy amount of speed. My guess is that the drivers are probably okay in this situation. Certainly it would ruin your day, ruin your night. You're trying to get home from work or go somewhere, go to dinner, whatever, and you got to deal with this now in the police report and wait for that to all happen.
So it'll be fascinating. Hopefully we learn more in terms of what else this person may be wanted for, as they're now walked back into custody. They were so desperate to get away, and they will not be getting away. So here's one of the close calls from earlier that we watched, and you saw just how dangerous this thing really was.
And again, police staying right on the tail of this driver. So we're wondering, again, if there's more to it than just a stolen vehicle. Simi Valley police on this one. So there you're going to see as this pursuit kind of comes to an end here, as it just bottlenecks there.
Woo.
Oh, right.
That was the driver that got sideswiped. Hopefully there was nobody on the passenger side of the vehicle,
good
right?
point.
Because that could potentially be precarious. We never saw anybody get out one way or another. Hope that person is okay. So what a pursuit. Well, Christine, that's it for our 5 o'clock hour.
It ends the way you want it to end. The suspect there in custody, and hopefully nobody too badly injured, but we have this police pursuit that was so dangerous now over. That suspect in cuffs.
All right, that's it for our 5 o'clock news. We start the 6 o'clock news right now.
Now, this is the Fox 11 News at 6.
And welcome to the Fox 11 News at 6 o'clock. I'm Ellis Michelson. Thanks so much for being with us. We begin with breaking news out of Huntington Park. An armed robber shot and killed by police. Fox 11's Gina Silva there for us live. Gina.
Alex, the scene is still active. I will move out of the way so you can see we are at the intersection of Seville Avenue and Walnut Street. Investigators right now are combing through all the evidence found at the location of the shooting, which took place in a parking lot. Witnesses describe what they saw and they heard.